September 1998 was, no, the world is now systematically trading against us. There's no hope. There's no way out. And then when we called the Fed, because we knew more about than anyone, of course, we absolutely did not expect a bailout, and we were not asking for a bailout. We said there's no way the Fed's going to bail out a hedge fund. I mean, come on. But we just being good corporate citizens. We're like, man, this is a problem. We ought to let them know before it takes down the world, because that was in the process of happening. And I'll never forget Peter Fisher, who was head of the open market desk at the time, and Dino Coss, his right hand, and Gary Gensler, who was assistant secretary of the Treasury. Now he's the head of the SEC. These guys never go away. Gary and Dino and Peter came up to Greenwich and sat with JM and me for 6 or 7 hours. And we had computers, of course, but we had printouts of the positions. We just went page by page. And at the end of this, hours long presentation, Peter Fisher, his face was white, and he said, blanched, and he said, "We knew you guys were going to take down the bond market. We didn't know you were going to take down the stock market." Because we had $15 billion of stock positions. We were the largest risk arbitrager on the street. Nobody knew that. Like, hey, you guys are bond guys. What are you doing in the stock market? We were in every deal. If you go back and look, Lockheed Martin, Lockheed Boeing, Citibank Travelers, MCI WorldCom. You go back and look at the deals of the time. We were in every one, up to 4.9%, because you don't have to disclose until you hit 5. So we would cap ourselves out at 4.9. Nobody knew this. And it's like, you guys are going to take down every market in the world. And we would have. So that's when they went back and had breakfast with John Corzine, was the head of Goldman Sachs at the time, and Sandy Warner at JP Morgan, and David Kamansky was head of Merrill Lynch, and they sat down and cooked up the bailout. Then there was like no sleep for 5 days. But my point is, the best description of a financial crisis I've ever heard is everybody wants her money back. Like, that's the easiest way to understand it. It's not like, this asset's bad. I'm out of this, I'm going into that, or I'm rotating out of this sector, getting into that sector, or no, it's like everybody wants his or her money back now. And so all asset classes behave the same way. They all go down, and all the spreads widen, and they keep widening until either there's a sequential financial failure, which was happening in 2008, by the way, just to jump ahead to that, or you shut every market in the world. We came within hours of closing every market in the world in 1998. We got the $4 billion in. There's a press release. Things calmed down, not right away, but we still lost more money after that. After Wall Street took us over, we lost another $500 million. But Alan Greenspan cut rates twice in a matter of days, and then things calmed down and kind of went back to normal. Actually, Wall Street made money on that deal. That wasn't their intention. They were trying to save their own skins. But a year later, it was liquidated, and they took their money back with a small profit. But at the time when you're in it, there's no rationality. There's no rotation. There's no safe harbor. It's like everything's going down. And we're getting close to that today.